Hello everyone. Today we are going to start our exciting journey into the world of web development. So, what is web development? Well, think about the website and the apps you use every day, from social media to games and so many more. Someone had to create them, right? And what we are going to learn is how to do and how to build our own websites. So, why web development? I mean, why web development? Web development is like a building with a digital Lego blocks. It allows us to create things that our people all around the world can see and interact with. Whether it's a blog or a game or a cool personal website, the possibilities are endless. So when we break down into our web development, there are two things we have to learn about. One is client side and other one is server side. So when we are beginning our journey, we have to look about the client side. Now we don't have to worry about the server side. So first we have to look about the client side. So what is client side? Client side is what we see or what the users see. So we can see there is a title, untitled jam, and there is a share button, there is a icon, this and all. So what we see in our web page is called the client side. So what is server side? The server side is something that happening in the background, which the users cannot see. Suppose we type here something, and this what I typed is already entered into the database. So the database is something is happening in the background which the users cannot see. So you don't have to worry about these things now. So we first learn about what is client side. So to program the client side, we have to use three main languages. One is HTML. HTML is called hypertext manipulation language, and the next one is CSS, and the other one is JavaScript. So we have this question like why we have to use HTML, CSS and JavaScript. There is a lot of other programming languages, right? So why we have to use these things? It's because our web browser, right? We have several web browsers like Chrome, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Brave, Internet Explorer, like so and so. So these websites, these web browsers only accept these kind of languages. You know, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. They only accept these languages for client side. I mean, for viewing what we have to see, what the users will see. The web browser only accept these languages. So what is the role of HTML? What is the role of CSS? What is the role of JavaScript? We have to so we have to learn each and everything. So what is the role of HTML? HTML is like the backbone of what we see in the web page. So here we have see the untitled jam heading, right? This thing is a text. This thing is a text, right? So this text have to be in the website. So this text is something like we can type these things, so we can rename and send all. This is done by the role of HTML. The text or we have to include any images or we have to include any videos, headings and paragraph. So these kind of things are done by HTML. So what is CSS? CSS is known as cascading style sheet, or we can simply say it's a programming language that used to style website. So what is styling? Styling is like suppose I have used this kind of font. This font I have used. We can use another set of font like this for styling font, or we can use any other colors. So we can use a red background here, BG color, background color. So these kind of things are styling for the website. So for styling the website we can use CSS. So then what is JavaScript? JavaScript is like actions. You can say when we click something and it changes without the server side include. So we can click to this and it will be changed to the eraser. We can click this and it will change the mouse pointer. We can click this and it will be a sticky note. So these kind of things, the clicking and all, we can click, we can draw, these kind of things are done by JavaScript. So we learned the basic about HTML, CSS and JavaScript. For server side you don't have to look now, we only have to learn about the client side. So we can go to a simple project like in the HTML. So it's a sample program I wrote just now. It's just expressing the h1 h2. What is h1? H1 means heading, the primary heading. H1 is the biggest heading in the web page, h2 is the second biggest, h3 is the third biggest, and it will go on till h6. h6 is the lowest heading we can write, and if we want to write anything smaller than h6, we have to use the paragraph element. So this paragraph element is for to write any paragraph that you have to include in any pages and all. And now we have to learn about headings. So in headings we can use h1, h2, h3, and I have wrote a sample program here. When we click the show preview button, it will look like this. So this book we have written in h1 element is the biggest here, right? We can see the biggest heading is the book. The second biggest is chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. These are all used by h2 element. So h2 element is the second biggest thing we can see here, and the third biggest is section 1, section 2, like we can see, and the fourth one is diagram 1 that we can see here. So it's a sample program I written in HTML. So this is the main thing of the HTML. HTML is what the basic content of the website. So what is CSS? How we apply CSS? CSS can be applied in three different ways. What are the three different ways? One is inline, another one is internal, and the last one is external. So there are three different ways we can apply CSS to our website. So one is inline, other one is internal, and last one is external. So the basic CSS linking is the external one. Some people use internal, but only less people use inline, and it is very hard to maintain inline CSS and all. So now we can learn about the internal, how we apply internal CSS. So to apply internal CSS, one second. To apply internal CSS, in the head section, there are head section and body section in our web page. So in the head section we can include something called style. In this style we can write our CSS language to get the style in our website. So for example, we can include the body. So now when we type this thing, our body is selected. What is body? Body is entire this page entirely is called the body. So we select the body section and we write background color equal to aqua. So I selected, and now we can see the color is changed. See, we can do any other color like red, and it will go red. You see. And if we do not select the background color and we select only just color, we can experiment anything with this, like you can do anything you like. You can, if you have this ID installed, this ID is called VS Code. VS Code is Visual Studio Code. In Visual Studio Code you can experiment everything, any programming language you like. And if we experiment like color and you put this white section, we can see our text color changes into white. So these are things we can do in style sheet like CSS and in HTML section. We learn more about JavaScript, how to do JavaScript and all in the next class. So till then, bye bye.